educated craftsman and also is an entry enforcer, and you may expect to find him replacing some rotten wood, siding, or enforcing a door that a burglar kicked in. However, I pose to you that Duncan could just as easily be called the organized craftsman. When asked how many keys he has on his key ring, the simple answer of 3 was given. One for all 12 doors in his house, one for his locking mailbox, and one for his car. Duncan proudly said that he strives for simplicity and the ease of living and working. He accomplishes this by being organized. When clients have Duncan out to provide a quote, he provides a simple yet detailed list of options, sort of like a menu, for them to choose from, along with corresponding prices, and they can choose which options they'd like to proceed with. He's found that his clients appreciate the organization and it helps him make clear and informed decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our own organized craftsman, Duncan Cochran.
Okay, so double doors are nice. People that have these full view glass double doors love the light that it comes in, but they also feel that they're kind of shaky and flimsy and feel like they could easily be kicked in, and they're right. So how do we reinforce double doors? To start with, we want to stabilize the inactive door, the door that is opened least often, so that it becomes like the wall. It receives the deadbolt and the latch, and so we want it to be good and sturdy. The way we do that is with a couple of special pieces of hardware. At the top of the door, going up into the header, we have the door guardian that blocks the door but can be easily hinged out of the way so that the door can open when you want to get that big piece of furniture in. At the bottom, this night lock, I'll put this around, has a plate that screws to the floor and a fence that slides in from either side into a little slot so that it blocks the doors from opening. When you want to go through the active door, simply slide it part way to the side, and then the door swings over that plate as normal while still keeping the inactive door sturdy and secure. Once we get the inactive door stabilized and secure, then we want to reinforce the parts of the door that are vulnerable to busting out from a kick-in. The first one, of course, being the jamb itself, which is the edge of this inactive door. That's where the 4-foot steel jam shield comes in, anchored with long screws, so that then, when there's force applied to the door, the force doesn't just shove that deadbolt right through the little bit of wood in the jamb. The second vulnerable place is the edge of the door itself, where the locks are. So we take the locks off temporarily, slide the door shield, steel door shield, over the edge of the door, put the locks back on top of it, and that keeps the edge of the door from busting out. We have to pay attention to the hinge side of the jamb as well. Replacing the short screws in the hinges with long screws that pin those hinges into the wall studs. Longer screws also go through the other leaf of the hinge into the door itself. That reinforces all 3 of the vulnerable parts of the door. And then we worry about, well, what about the glass in the door? Certainly can be broken, reach in, flip the thumb turn, unlock the door. So many people will opt to put on a double cylinder deadbolt, one that takes a key on both sides of the door, and then, as long as they don't keep the key in the lock, there's nothing for an intruder to flip to unlock the door. I recommend folks that they keep an extra key nearby, maybe on a nail on the trim or in the drawer of a table nearby, so that they have it handy in case they need to get out of the door in a hurry. Alrighty. Then there's the glass itself. So that's where our friend, the security film, comes in. So security film is clear polyester film that goes on the inside of the glass with a super strong adhesive. It bonds to the glass such that if the glass gets broken, the shards stay in place instead of falling out. That prevents somebody from breaking a hole to reach through and try to unlock the door. And that rounds out the protections that we can do for double doors. What else can I say? I charge $400 or less to reinforce double doors. Oftentimes, they already have a double cylinder deadbolt, so that makes it cheaper for my client. Sometimes the edge of the inactive door is metal already, so then we don't have to put on that 4-foot jam shield, so that makes it cheaper for them. If you have a friend, a compatriot that is concerned that doors in their neighborhood are being kicked in, and they have double doors that they're particularly concerned about, they may not know that there are ways to reinforce double doors. Send them to me, and I'll be glad to educate them for free and see what we can do to help them out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Duncan.